It's Thursday, which means it is time for Florida Weekly.
Yeah, Eric Raditz is calling us in live right now. Eric, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here via remote.
Okay, let's dive right into it. Of course, one of the things that we've all been able to do during this pandemic is sit and binge our little
Yes.
hearts out. But you're going to take a look at it, how it's actually changed our behaviors and lifestyles.
Yes, and so we sit down and take a look at what exactly it means to binge. If we look at the actual definition, what you see on the screen there, it's a short period devoted to indulging in an activity to excess. And during the pandemic lockdown, people are binging more. We take a look at just entertainment in industry as a whole. You know, it used to be when we had a book, we could sit down and read it whenever we wanted to. But with TV, we had to be in front of the television at a specific time and place. Now with streaming content as it is, we've seen a real change kind of in our lifestyles even because we can decide we want to watch Ozark or whatever we want to watch and binge it all night long into the next day whenever we want. So it's interesting to look at how it's become a touchstone during the season and how a lot of people are indulging in excess with their content right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. I know a lot of people who watch live sports typically are turning more to TV shows during this time. We're talking business, and of course, this has been a really difficult time for small businesses, but some businesses are actually profiting more during this difficult time, Eric.
Yes, it's interesting. And last week we featured bicycle stores, how they've seen a surge in customers, but there's others who are doing well. You can imagine grocery stores, for example, are seeing obviously an uptick. It's one of those necessary things. Places like Takeout, Bike Squad, places like that, and also places like ABC Liquors are seeing a real trend upwards. We kind of get to the bottom of why and kind of look at our habits and see how some businesses are actually doing very well during this pandemic.
All right, arts and entertainment. You know, last week Eric had actually contacted me and Nate and asked us, "What are you guys streaming?" And we're like, "Okay." We sent him a list, and we're wondering what was that all about. So, Eric, why don't you tell us what that was all about?
Well, what it's all about is while we're all kind of in this together, it seems cliche to say, it's true when it comes to our viewing content. We're all streaming alone, but we're not because we're all streaming similar things. So in this issue, we take a look at just who's streaming what. For example, we learned that Amanda's streaming The Great and What We Do in the Shadows in Motherland, Fort Salem. And Nate Foy is streaming The Outsider, Escape at Dannemora, and Big Little Lies. But there's a lot of people who we've sat down with, including Martha Raddatz from ABC, Jerry Minor, Saturday Night Live alum, and we see that they're actually watching the same thing. So while we're kind of apart, we're kind of all in this together, and we are all watching together. So it's an interesting look at how these points of references really still exist in our conversations and relationships continue on as we're all watching very similar things.
Well, one thing that is really different during this time is we've been able to stream live concerts from musicians. And in your top picks, you're talking about, I'm a Boston guy, the Dropkick Murphys, and I'm also a big fan of The Boss. Tell me a little bit about this, Eric. I know it's going to be a lot of fun at Fenway Park.
This Friday, May 29th, they actually are going to be playing in Fenway Park. So people like you are from Boston who have probably been there and really see it as an awesome place, which it is. Can imagine if you have the Dropkick Murphys and Bruce Springsteen playing in that Fenway Park with nobody there, all just totally shut down. But streaming live, you can catch it online, I believe for free. That's one of just about another dozen or 20 or so things that we see that's going on still live. And while places are slowly opening up and we'll be able to get back out there, it seems even with arts and entertainment, that we still continue to show a list of things to do, and others, including concerts from J-Lo and Taylor Swift and Puddles Pity Party as well. So if you're looking for something to do from home, if you're not getting out still as much, we have our virtual top picks as well.
Best concert I have ever seen, this one was in person, was at Fenway Park. Bruce Springsteen played for like 3 hours, so I will definitely be tuning into that one. Eric, thank you so much for joining the show. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Thank you, and I'll be tuning in too, and thank you. You guys as well.